is the continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Mia Farrow as Allison Mackenzie, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Tim O'Connor as Elliot Carson, Christopher Conley as Norman Harrington.
Night has come to Doctor's Hospital. And for Gus Chernak, an urgent mission has begun, a matter of life and death. In the balance, revenge against Martin Peyton, revenge for the life he has lived, and for the death of his son.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Mr. Peyton wants to see you first.
What about?
I don't know, but I hope it's a lecture about starving your dinner date.
I was studying the transcripts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Well, maybe you'd better run interference for me.
Chicken. Mr. Peyton. Stephen's here.
Of course he is. Right in the middle of a cadenza.
But you said you wanted to see him as soon as he came in.
Well?
Well, what?
Turn it off. Music should never be used as a background. It dishonors both the composer and the company. Sit down, Stephen. Take off your coat. I just brought up a good sherry.
Thank you, sir, but I can't stay.
Well, if I can't toast you, I'll just have to tell you. I was very pleased with what you did in court today. You made my younger grandson's little escapade seem palatable. Almost admirable. All the world loves a lover. Is that it?
Something like that.
You took advantage of that. Very resourceful. Norman and Rita Jacks. Husband and wife. The boy has some of my daughter's charm. He also seems to have some of her willfulness, at least in matters of the heart. One thing's clear. He's ruled out his best prospects.
Does a man necessarily rule out his prospects if he marries the girl he loves?
A man? What is Norman prepared for? Has he a trade, a profession, a career? If I remember correctly, he spent the summer scraping barnacles. He might have inherited the mill. Now he has a millstone round his neck. You think he'd learn something from his brother's mistake?
Excuse me, I'll get my things.
Oh, Miss Anderson. I didn't mean to be unpleasant. I was merely stating a fact.
I'm sure you were, Mr. Peyton. But here's another fact. Norman isn't Rodney. He needs to have someone. And if he's willing to take on the responsibility of marriage, that's his business.
Too big a business for an 18-year-old boy.
Maybe. But if it doesn't work out, he's the one who's going to live with it. I'll get my things, Stephen.
Quite a temper.
When she's provoked.
Always the defender, eh? I wanted to see you, Stephen, because I fired Gus Chernak. Oh, actually, Schuster fired him, but I backed him up. He broke into the machine shop last night, took a sledgehammer to the machinery.
Do you understand what that means?
More than you think. When Schuster tried to disarm him, he had an attack. He's in the hospital.
Well, he might as well He'll be lying prone in the middle of the courtroom. It'll have the same effect on Rodney's trial. Peyton, I'm aware of that.
Well, what progress have you made? Is that $50 a day bloodhound up in California doing anything except staying at the moon?
He hasn't turned up anything yet.
Then you turn up something.
You ready?
Yes.
Anything else before I go, Mr. Peyton?
Yes, you might bring me my chair, please. Oh, there is something you might do for me.
Yes?
Pour me some brandy.
Is that an order?
If you won't be an accessory before the fact, I suppose I'll have to do it myself. Have a good time.
Thank you.
Good night, Mr. Peyton.
Good night, Stephen. How did you get in here?
Don't worry, I wiped my feet. It's a nice place. I always wondered what it looked like inside.
It's a house.
Oh, it's a castle. Go ahead, have your cigar. Maybe I'll join you.
What do you want?
Hey, you got good taste.
I don't know how you got in here, but kindly show yourself out. Get out of here. Take your hands off me.
You're through giving orders to me.
Don't be a fool, Janek.
But you're scared of this fool, huh? Look at you. Helpless. Helpless like I was when you ground me down.
No, I'm not scared of you. You're common.
Shut up. What do you know about me? The night watchman. Me, Gus Chernak, the night watchman.
You're sick, Janek.
Every time I tried to climb up out of the dirt, you put the heel of your $50 shoes in my face, and you ground me back down again.
I'll phone Dr. Rossi. Let him take you to the hospital.
Is that what the great Martin Peyton would do? Oh, Martin Peyton wouldn't go to the hospital. He'd have the hospital come to him. He's a rich man. He can buy anything. Gus Chernak is trying to live his own life. Trying to improve himself. Well, that's no good. He'll set a bad example. Take this money, Chernak. Stop acting like a fool.
Hello? May I speak to Stella, please?
She's not at home.
Well, how soon do you expect her?
I don't really know. Who is calling?
No, this is Dr. Rossi, Mrs. Chernak.
It is Gus.
No, this isn't about Gus.
Any message, Doctor?
No, there'll be no message. Thank you.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Bye. Sure. Come on in.
Oh, is it safe?
Yeah, sure it is.
No, you don't want any company.
Yes, I do. I'm very much in need of company. Come on in.
Oh?
Any but my own.
That's flattering.
Hey, what have you got there?
Well, I stopped in a Guido's and I got carried away. Have you eaten?
No.
Oh, I bought enough for an army.
All right, let me in.
I was going to take it home. Then I remembered that you said that you might call. So I came here. Because I didn't want to go home and find out that you hadn't.
I did call just a minute ago.
And I was out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Serves you right.
Serves me right. For what?
How about a fire?
Oh, I tried that. I lit one a while ago. It went out.
Oh, well, this just isn't your evening. Let me try.
Hey, you're a witch.
Oh, yes. Didn't you know?
I suppose you put a hex on the salami, too, huh?
Of course. You just can't taste it because of the garlic. Oh, if we're going to have any potions, magic or otherwise, that will have to be your department. I didn't buy anything to drink.
Ah, got just a prescription for that. We'll have mulled wine.
Oh, what's that?
It's a recipe I found up in the cupboard. Takes cloves and cinnamon and a lemon. And we'll need that poker, too.
What for?
When that poker gets red hot, you plunge it right into the wine.
You're getting right into the spirit of things.
Huh?